Okay. All right, everybody. So we have Tanesha with us. Thank you so much for coming on, Tanesha.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I appreciate you making the time out of your busy day. So Tanesha has just literally finished the program. I think almost like to the day, practically, give or take. But the 2 month program you just finished. And so this is probably a little bit different than some of the interviews that we've been doing because you had literally just finished. So I'm excited to kind of share like what you went through in your journey with the program and all that. So I guess I'll kind of shut up here. What led you to join the program in the first place?
So for me, I've been really interested in getting into HR. I do have a background working in like business and things like that, business healthcare, but trying to really get into HR specifically. I have background in benefits. And then I kind of been watching your online videos, I would say for about 3 months before I initially made the step to just, kind of do it myself. Like I've been in interviews, sitting in from jobs that were interviewing other candidates. I've been in a lot of interviews myself, and I wanted to really take that step and become a recruiter. So where to begin? Just looking at online videos on YouTube, and I've seen the big audience and the number of videos you had on YouTube, really just walking you through the step by step, how to get candidates, how to get clients, what systems you need to have in place. So that really was the reason that I decided to join.
Perfect. I love it. I mean, it sounds like a standard reason why you would join. I do put out a lot of content on YouTube. So first off, thanks for checking all that out and whatnot. So let's talk program, right? So you joined the program approximately 2 months ago, exactly, which again, the program is a 2 month program. So we're just kind of at the end of it for you now. You finished it. In the program, how many contracts did you secure while you were in the program?
So while I was in the program, I secured 3 signed contracts from 3 different clients, which totaled to 6 roles between those three.
Ooh, nice. So volume clients that gave you a couple of roles each.
Correct. And actually, 2 of those clients are coming back as ongoing. So once I've placed those initial candidates, they still have additional positions for me to fill. So that's great that, I already know come down the line next month, a few months after that, they're coming back and I already know those roles that I need to fill.
I love that. I love repeat business. I love referral
Absolutely.
business, right? When you get a client that feeds you every month or they're going to feed you every year, it's like, yes. So that's awesome. So 3 clients with multiple roles each that are going to be recurring clients just in the 2 month program.
Yep.
So
So one of them has multiple locations and the other one is a high volume call center. So
amazing. That's awesome. Okay. So the burning question, everybody always wants to know this, right? So we just get right to it. What's the revenue look like? So revenue, let's say, okay, in the program, what's the revenue like collected? And also what's the projected pipeline, like from what you have right now, from the clients that you have right now, the job orders, like revenue collected and pipeline that you're going to collect when you fill those roles.
so my pipeline from the 6 roles initially is over 40,000 for just those 6 roles there.
Over 40,000 for those 6 roles.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. Wow.
Great.
So in 2 months, and I always make this analogy and people probably just get annoyed, but that's the average American salary, right? On an annual basis that you set up for 2 months of work. And probably not 2 months of full work, just 2 months of going after it, right?
Yeah. So like in the very first week, was really just kind of setting everything up, based on the program guidelines, like really taking that investment. You get the training with the program. So watching all of those videos that you do are extremely helpful. So making sure I had those in place. And then second week was just warming up the domain and my email address. And then really by the third week, I was really sending out that volume to get the responses back from clients. So really by the sixth week, I had my first signed contract.
Love it. Love it. Step by step by step. And that's one of the things that I think makes someone successful in the program, differing than a lot of people, because you took action. You were active in the program. You're an active person that executed. You took the steps. You did what you needed to do, and you followed the blueprint, that I lay out, and the guidance, right? Like if you had a question, you raised your hand, and said, I got a question. I need to know this. I need to know that. And that's kind of where somebody went. That's a sweet spot, versus, if somebody's just not doing the activity, then they're not really going to get anywhere. Would you agree?
I totally agree. If you're not willing to definitely put in the work, because, in addition to this, I do still have my full-time job. So, the things I'm heavily relying on, one is time management, automation, and just being able to like late nights, so, I do work during the daytime. So you're going to have to commit that time after work to do, scheduling interviews or just responding back to clients, into the late hours, late at night. So it's a little, you have to sacrifice something a little bit for your own business.
Sure, definitely. And you sacrifice a little bit, you've got a $40,000 pipeline in 2 months. So the future looks good for you. Let's just say that, as far as scaling goes, and whatnot. So I always ask everyone this: before you joined the program, did you do anything related to recruiting? I mean, you've never been a recruiter. You had no recruiting background. Is that all accurate? Like, did you start from scratch?
Absolutely. Started from scratch. Initially from the program, from, the training videos, that's where I learned like the meat and potatoes of recruiting. Honestly, I mean, everybody understands if you've gone on an interview before, essentially what happens, but, how exactly are you, making sure that you're building relationships with clients, what you need to do to make a business transaction work, how to present them quality candidates. All of that was learned through the program.
Right. So you're collecting money and actually making it work. Yeah. So the takeaways here: 40K pipeline, 2 months. You really dedicated your work ethic in this program. So this is a true success. I'm really, really, we always do on the Zooms golf clap for your success. Yeah. So let's golf clap it. And I guess last question for you, like, if anyone's sitting on the fence and they're watching this interview, they're watching you chat about your success and what you've got out of the program, what is your advice to them? What would you say to somebody that wants to join the program?
I would say if you are really interested in starting your career in recruiting, or you've been kind of doing it on your own and trying to find your own way, I would definitely make the investment, is what I say. It's an investment into your future. Your business should have longevity. You shouldn't just want this for a year. So you're making an investment for long term. And a lot of, people decide I compare it to like going to college, like, it costs money to do that, but you're investing in that career and you hope that you stay there for years and years and years to come. Same thing with this. And what it costs to join the program, you very easily make that back up in that first placement. So for myself, speaking for myself, that, I'm already able to do that. And now it's just revenue and then the things I need to sustain to keep going.
To just scale the seven figures at this point. You know what I mean? And that's right. That's when we will do our next interview with you. We'll do our next interview at 7 figures, and we'll talk about how that process went to get to there. Because first goal is always 6 figures. Okay. All right. Did 6 figures. And then moving up. Right. So from everything I've seen from you, from all the time that we work together, I know that you're an incredibly diligent, hard worker, critical thinker. You're highly intelligent and you have an amazing work ethic. And I know that you're just going to nail it going forward. And so with that, I definitely see you. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I definitely see you scaling very high. So I definitely thank you for the time spent, for being able to just give us a little insight onto your experience in the program, and I'm so proud of what you've done. And like I said, we'll do another interview at Seven Figures because I know that's where you're headed.
I can't wait. I look forward to that interview.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we'll do that at that point, and we'll talk soon. Okay.
All right. Take
All
care.
right. Take care.